Hey guys, Hi back with another video. Today we've got a completely different army, and before you guys comment, oh this is better, yes I know this isn't going to be a meta attack, but if you guys are anything like me, the people who like using off-meta fun attack strategies, this is for you. I know it's not as good as like Root Rider Valkyries or Dragons, stuff like that, but it is just a fun off-meta attack you guys can try out if you're interested in that. I really like experimenting with different attacks, and I was kind of messing with this in friendly challenges, and it actually ended up being really strong. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into the attack. If you guys want an army link, it will be in the description. All right, on to the first replay. So all you're going to want to do to open up is use the Yeti clone bomb trick. And with this attack, I do think it is pretty necessary to get the TownHall, because the bowlers are kind of squishy, so you don't want the TownHall shooting at them. So if you can get the TownHall, by all means, definitely do that. If not, you could probably save it. That's why the rocket spears on my Royal Champion, just to save it, just in case I don't get the TownHall, because I don't want my bowlers pathing to the TownHall, because like I said, they're pretty weak. So we're going to bowler bounce here just to set up the funnel a little bit. I'm going to use another bowler down here just to destroy that, and there's some value down there for it to get some free trash defenses, or trash buildings rather, not defenses. So now I'll be able to just Queen Giant Arrow and I'll Siege Barracks at the top to start funneling the outside of that base. And then we're just going to spam our Root Riders with our healers and our balloons. The balloons are just to test for traps to keep your healers alive. Delay your bowlers a little bit because you don't want them to run into giant bombs. If they run into giant bombs, they can get wrecked. They won't get one shot, but if you're getting hit by some splash damage and hit a giant bomb, you could lose them all at once, which you definitely don't want to happen. And we have a couple of bowlers wander down and a couple of bowlers wander up, but that's okay because we have so many of them, we don't need them all in the core. It's actually a little bit better this way, just to start trimming out the edges of the base. Hit our Warden ability. You are using the Eternal Tome with this just to keep your healers alive, or your bowlers rather, and then your healers can heal up your bowlers. We have the Rage Vial with the Eternal Tome. So you see here, look how many bowlers we have alive. All of our Valkyries out of our Siege Barracks are just tearing through the outside of the base, keeping all our bowlers and our Root Riders centralized, which is really nice. Our healers are putting in absolute work. They're basically still full health, so our Tesloons did their jobs. I think the most important part of this is getting a good funnel, and then the second most important part is getting a good Warden ability to protect through the high splash damage areas of the base. Try to delay your Warden ability as long as you can, but if you need to pop it early, obviously don't wait and pop it early because you don't want to lose all your troops instantly. So if you have to pop it early, definitely do that, but if you can delay it as long as you can, that's definitely ideal. Look at this. We have so many bowlers alive. All of our healers are still up. Heroes still putting in work. That base was absolutely smashed. So that was the attack I did. I'm like, wow, this could actually be good. So I tested it out a little bit more. I don't overkill some of the other bases as much as this one, but it's still a really strong attack. So let's hop into another replay. All right, on to the second replay. This is a very annoying base, really long and spread out with the double poison towers. So we're going to go in and make sure we remove the TownHall on here. And instead of going past the TownHall, I drop them in a little bit of a Y shape so I can take out the defenses to the right and the left of the TownHall. I'm just trying to trim out as much of this as I possibly can. All the enemy heroes are there as well as that poison tower, so it's really annoying. So you just can't get that much value on this base. But we do remove the TownHall, do remove this compartment, which sets up a nice little path there. But I decided instead of coming in from here, I'm going to try to funnel out these two sides up here and just send everything straight in on this corner. So I drop a couple of bowlers, and as you see here, I'll make a mistake. They don't go down, but this one does, and I meant to drop another bowler here, and I accidentally fat finger a Root Rider, so I completely wasted a Root Rider. I guess that was just swagged. So that leaves us with only 2 Root Riders now, and we're just going to spam everything in here now. We have a nice funnel set. We'll just drop the Siege Barracks and the Queen in with the main army this time because we don't need them to funnel. Just push everything straight in. Clan Castle's pulled, which our Royal Champions Electro Boots should be able to deal with, and our Queen. And yeah, we got everything funneling into the middle pretty well here. We do have a couple wall breakers to open up some walls, which is really nice. So we can get everything in here. I'm going to pop the Rocket Spear from the Royal Champion right here because I want her to snipe out that monolith right there. And I actually do prefer the Rocket Spear with this attack instead of the Hog Puppet, just for that reason, because you don't want your bowlers to, skip a compartment like that and get hit by the flank the whole time they're wrapping around the base. So I like the Rocket Spear to snipe out stuff like that. It's just really versatile in my opinion. But if you guys want to use Hog Puppet, that would definitely work too. All of our bowlers are going to melt this king right here. Unfortunately, they can't target the minion prince, but that's okay because our Royal Champion should at least mostly take out the minion prince, and it's really not going to matter. We have so many troops. Look at how many Valkyries we have at the bottom still from our Siege Barracks. We still have a big pack of bowlers here. King's full health, Queen's full health, Warden's full health. We still have a pekka from the siege barracks. This base is absolutely annihilated. We're just going to 2 times through this because at this point it's just cleanup. That Rage Vial is putting in work. And we still have our Apprentice Warden is actually still alive, which is kind of surprising. But the enemy Mini Prince gets wiped out. And this base, again, pretty well overkilled. So another pretty crushing attack. I did have a couple fails with this, but that was when I was just experimenting and trying other stuff. I had different equipment on the Warden, so I was losing my bowlers too early. So that's why I switched to the Eternal Tome and the Rage Vial. It's been working really well for me. But obviously, if you guys want to experiment, feel free to do that. And let me know in the comments if you guys find anything that works out better. But without further ado, let's hop into another replay. All right, on to attack number 3. This has actually been a strong base for me in Legend League. And this attack pretty well destroyed it, honestly. And on this one, with the Town Hall being right on the edge like that, with it poison or with invisibility towers, I decided to go in from this side because look at this. I have no building really to even anchor my Yeti off of, and that invisibility tower probably would have been destroyed first, which would end up triggering it. So I wasn't comfortable going in from there. So for this one, I actually went in from the opposite side. We would get that monolith, get a whole nother compartment, which destroy that invis tower, which is actually really nice. We're going to drop 1 bowler up there with our Yeti that's still alive just to start trimming off some trash. Drop some bowlers right here, let them get some shots in to start clearing that. Now our funnel's set. We'll use our Queen in our siege barracks. She'll be able to go around the outside there and trim all that stuff out. Spam our army in the middle. Going to delay the bowlers just a second just to make sure the giant bombs get triggered. Our Queen actually goes in and kind of joins up with the bowlers, but she's going to snipe out that archer tower and then should join up back with our siege barracks. And now we have a nice path with the ring of defenses broken. We can just path all the way around this base in a U shape. And it's going to put in absolute work. So now just watch for your Warden ability. I popped the Warden ability now. That was honestly a little bit early. I should have waited 2 or 3 more seconds. I probably could have got more value out of that. But it's still going to end up working fine. Our Root Riders are opening up the walls. That's the only reason the Root Riders are even in this army is just to open up the walls for your bowlers and your heroes, obviously. Because I don't want to take any, or I can't really take any jump spells because I'm using the Yeti Clone Bomb. So we have a bunch of bowlers to the left side. All of our heroes with our Siege Barracks troops are over to the right. We're just sweeping through this base like it's nothing. Unfortunately, our healers are about to die. We have so many bowlers here. They should pretty much one-shot that ricochet cannon. And it does take a couple shots because that ricochet cannon actually put in work on him. But look at this. There's nothing left that can stop us. All 4 heroes basically full health. Our king's a little under full, but everything else is completely full. This base was smashed. So I'm going to hop into one more replay after this one. And then that'll be the end of the video. But this is a really fun attack. If you're trying to trophy push in Legend League and you're trying to make it top 200 or whatever like that, I wouldn't recommend using it. But if you like using fun attacks, this is definitely one that could work out for you guys. So I'm going to hop into one more replay. All right, on to the last attack. We have an Invis and a Rage in the core. We're going to go from this side here, make sure we get the Town Hall out of the way, because I definitely don't want to deal with that compartment, because my bowlers could get wrecked by that if we leave that up. With the double fire spitters, the Town Hall, the multi-infernos, the ricochet cannon, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that, so I'm going to clear out as much of that compartment with my Yeti bomb as I can. And we do get both the infernos and the Town Hall. Unfortunately, we don't get the spitters, but that's all right, because we can pretty much attack the spitters from behind and not go straight into them. But it's kind of awkward here because I have a bunch of trash up here, nothing really to clean it. So I take out that builder hut with the bowler, and then I'm just trying to think here where I want to go in from. Couldn't really think, and with that enemy king there, that's really annoying. So you might want to add a couple headhunters to this if you can. It might be worth it to drop a couple bowlers. We're going to use our king and some bowlers to snipe out this enemy king, hopefully pretty quickly. And we'll use the queen with her giant arrow and the siege barracks on the left, and we'll spam everything else in the middle. Now we have a pretty nice funnel. Our king took like half damage from that king, but that's fine. Our healers should transfer him and heal him back up. But actually, he's going to wander to the right side, which I'm not mad about because look how much trash is over there. And we get a couple bowlers to path with him as well. So that actually kind of ended up working out, even though it wasn't intentional, because now he'll be able to clear all that trash over there and we won't run into any time issues. And now if I should have used the ward ability 1 second earlier and I could have got all those bowlers in it, but I did miss like half the bowlers because I noticed it just a little bit too late. But we at least caught some of them. And now these fire spitters are going down. They're completely useless against this because obviously our troops are invincible from the Warden's Eternal Tome. So we're clearing out that core there. Hopefully the Royal Champion can get the spitter, and she does. So now basically all the defenses that can do work are done. And we still had our king ability. We popped the king ability, open up that wall, take out that whole compartment. He should be able to get that scatter shot. And we're chilling right now. Our queen's going to path in and take out the monolith as it's distracted on our big group of troops, which was actually really clutch. We got some pretty lucky pathing on this one, to be honest. But yeah, with that many bowlers, obviously it's going to distract the monolith and stuff like that just because there's so many troops for it to target, so it really helps protect your heroes. As you see, this one, pretty comfortable. Again, it wasn't as overkill as some of the other ones, but a pretty comfortable 3-star nonetheless, and I haven't ran into any time issues with this. It seems to be pretty fast just because the bowlers bounce so much through the base, especially raged up like that. So this is a really fun attack. You guys should try this out in friendly challenges, and if you want to take it into Legend League, be my guest. But let me know how it works out for you guys in the comments, and also let me know what you guys tweak to make it better. I'm completely open to suggestions. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.